Alright, clap it up. Yeah. Alright, so 67. Yeah, 67. Episode 67, including this 3 more. Well, like, so this episode, next episode, and then the episode after that, that will be the 75th on this channel. We're gonna party like no. No, I can't sing that. Then Duke in the air, it's like, what the? Alright, you know what? They can't, like, curse here, so I'll just kinda, like, cut off. Like, what the? Someone's playing my gown. Really, gown? It's a lab coat! It's a lab coat! Come on! And he's like, what the? Someone's playing my gown! Mr. Spots! You follow me here? Mr. Spots is hanging by is hanging on to Duke's down lab coat with his teeth. He's holding on for dear life. Suddenly Perry gets hit in the head with a remote of some sort. Drops in his hands like, this is the same remote that Phineas and Ferb used to get to school. And then he just looks at Duke behind him with a little smile. He's like, I think I know what to do now. And then he's like, kind of gets this little look, to do. And he's like, prepare the platypus? And he's like, prepare the platypus? I hate that end key. And then, the jetpack fuel actually runs out, and he's like, what? And he's like, the jetpack kind of like shuts down, and he's like, well, this can't be good. Ah! Starts falling to the ground. Perry just like, nosediving Perry. Duke has now let go of his tail, and he's flying in the air. Duke's just like, part of the way what follows up today. What? That rhymed. This is July. 4th of July! Woo-hoo! 4th of July, nice. Alright, so and there's like Mr. Spots! Mr. Spots now let go to kind of like bark. So he's falling it off now, and he's like, Mr. Spots! The dial switches from bathroom to Alaska, and he's like, and then Duke's like, Dash you a bag of platypus! And he's like, huh? I mean, really? I'm doing you a favor, dude. And then he kind of shoots the way I do. It's like, wait, what are you doing? He disappears. Perry reaches out his arms and grabs Mr. Spots. Perry kind of closes an eye for some reason. And suddenly there's this like little particle field, I should say. Like this thing's going on. Like when the transporter kind of brings you to the point B. Ah! And there's Vanessa. She's surprised. Like what? And he's like, what the heck happened here? What the heck happened here? What the heck happened here? And then he looks off screen. He's like, Vanessa? Vanessa? And she's like, Dad? Vanessa, you're in Danville? Vanessa, you're in Danville. And she's like, Dad, you feeling okay? We're in Alaska. And he's like, how did I get here? He's like, "Oh, you just came for me, Dad. I told you 1,000 times not to come on last. Good cheat." At the end, went well for once. And then I was going to give you a surprise visit for the weekend. Now points to our suitcase, and he's like, "Oh, since I'm here, what do you think? Want to spend the weekend together?" He's like, he just looks at him like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." That's probably Vanessa's impression right there. Whatever. And then Perry is now dragging Mr. Spots. Perry's kind of like low flying right now, and Mr. Spots is hanging on by like the wrists. And he's starting to drool though. And then Perry hears this voice that he's heard before, and he's like, and the voice is like, "Mom, come see this." Yeah, you know who it is. More than I don't know. Page 140. We are almost done, guys. 640. Wow. So she's like, "Mom, come see this." You can see her face now, and she's like, and it's Candace. She's like, "Fast!" And she's like, "Oh no!" And Perry's like, "Oh no! What do I do? What do I do?" Candace turns around, and there's Perry, as a pet, and Candace is like, "Oh, hey, Perry," and Perry's like, "Nah." I have to do that every single time Perry does his little bit. And then she turns back around and looks at the door again. And she's like, "Mom!" And Mom, like, "I'm coming!" And Perry looks at Mr. Spots. He's hiding behind the tree. Mr. Spots comes out from behind the tree. Perry gets back in the Asian pig form. And she's like, "But Mom!" Then Perry sees the second invention, the generator. I think I said generator. And he's like, "I think I have an idea." Takes it, he kind of like cocks it back and throws it throws it away from himself. And then Mr. Spots looks at it like, Frisbee, run! Jumps the fence like, "Wow!" And then in empty space, Paul's like, "Goodbye, Tommy!" And then, love handle. Dan's like, "It's been 5 years have passed since the band got together again, and we still have a car that breaks down in the middle of the journey." That's Danny right there. I can't really do the love handle voices, but let's just say it's Danny. It is Danny actually. Let's just say like the last names, because it's Danny. That's Dan Poggmeyer. Swampy is Jeff Swampy Marsh, and Jeff Boggy Marsh. Think about that, Doggy Marsh. Bobby, and then Bobby Fabulous is Bob Gaylor, which is the voice of Buford. I think that's right. It's like the 3 creators won that. Then, like, Mr. Spots jumps in front of Danny and falls in his arms. So, Papa and I'll say their last names, the original people's last names. Is there anything in 141? No. So, what owner's best? Oh, sure. And then Mr. Spock just lands in Danny's arms and he's like, "Hey little buddy, you live around here? You have owners?" And then Gaylor, Bobby, is like, you got a taxi? And the dog kind of barks. Woo! And then the disc, or generator, I should say, the generator falls onto the street near the curb, and then this car comes over and crushes the generator, basically making sure this never happens again. And then and Bobby's like, "Hey, we got," and off screen, and then off screen, Gaylor's Bobby is like, "We got a taxi." Then Paola, Danny, is like, "Finally." And then he's like, then back to them three, back to all three of them in the shot. And Danny's like, and Paola, Danny, it's like, no leash, no owner. And then, Marsh, Swampy, is like, "You can be the mascot of the band. You can be the mascot of the band." And, Gaylor, Bobby, is like, "I think we should call him Mr. Spots." Oh, boom, nice. And then Perry pops up from behind the fence, and he's looking to see what has happened. And then Danny's like, "Okay, let's go home." And Swampy's like, "I'm hungry." And Bob's like, "Again?" 'Cause he eats all the time after his, after his thing with, the library and whatnot. And he still isn't wearing his costume. I mean, I can't believe it. He's the only one that's changed. But anyway, Taxi kinda like, and Danny's like, "Not again!" Because like, actually it stopped. Mr. Spots actually, waves his paw, and Perry kind of just looks off to the side to where the house is. Description. "Wait for me already. Upload Tentito other." What? It's so point July. Yeah, like, not again. Perry just looks off, and then Candace walks outside with Mom, and she's like, "Mom, you gotta see this." Ta-da! Nah. It's just Perry. It's basically just Perry. 1:44. How am I doing on time? 30 minutes. I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. Candace fans and Thanks for fans, stay tuned. Do fans and Perry fans, well, Perry fans, you might want to stick around a while because we're not really gonna get to Perry in a long time. Asian P fans gonna have to wait longer. I am so sorry, but this is Paul. It's just Paul, okay? That's how Paul is. Thanks for watching. Click the video thing above to watch the next video. Bless your face. See you soon. Bless you. Peace out. Subscribe to $12 and jump on subscribe back in very near future in this land.